Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, honey. It's our moon.
Yay! It is.
Yeah,
Yay.
I'm so excited. I hope that you're doing well.
Yes, you too.
Yes. So, let's wait a couple of minutes and then we can get started with the updates, okay?
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you in a few. I'm here. I'm just doing, it's
Yeah, yeah,
early
yeah.
morning here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, my love. Mm. So we are recording now. So I'm just going to intro this Sacred Soul Moon Circle. Welcome, welcome. Whoever joins, joins, or else you catch the replay. And those of you on the replay, you're with us in spirit here. So thank you so much for watching, joining this moon circle. And today is the Sagittarius new moon, and it is the last new moon of 2025. So that's massive. This year is finally coming to an end, and I think from what I've spoken to so many of us, we are so ready. Sadly, though, we don't completely end astrologically 2025 until February, around the 17th, or around more the end, more near Chinese New Year. But we will we will start to feel the shifts in February. So we will be feeling the gradual shifts, but just hold on there for a little more. But as for the numerological year of 2025, we are ending it with this new moon. And it's a new moon in the N degrees of Sagittarius. And the N degrees always signal like a culmination, like how perfect, right? Because this year was a 9 year, all about endings, all about closing and shedding and releasing. And then we have this last new moon. It's quite poetic. I love the cosmic rhythm. I love to geek out and like really see that everything is so in tune with the timing, with the right timing for all of us, and it's to serve us all. So this moon is really ending the cycle, and when the moon and the sun align, that is a new moon. So we are in Sagittarius season, and then this moon is also in Sagittarius. So the moon is invisible, and usually around new moons, if you know astrology, and probably most of you do, it's about seed planting, right? So we and Sagittarius is such a good sign for that because it is the sign of the visionary. It's the sign of the archer, of the center. So like we set our sights on a new direction, or a new target, where we want our focus to be, for our arrow to go, and we release. And when we release, it's all about trusting the universe as well. So Sagittarius is so beautiful in that when it comes to that energy. And a lot of people, there's in pop astrology, there's a lot of misunderstanding of each of the signs. So I just want to clear that up for Sagittarius. Is Sagittarius are optimistic, and we are considered the luckiest sign, and we are the luckiest sign. In fact, like factually the luckiest sign, because of our optimism, because of seeing the glass half full. And it's because of this mindset that it provokes luck because we see possibilities everywhere. We see something bad happening, and we look for the deeper wisdom in this. We look for the deeper, like, philosophical reasoning, or maybe it's something to do with like the bigger vision. Like I said, Sagittarius is like the bigger vision. It's ruled by the ninth house, and the ninth house is all about like big picture, and it's all about philosophy. It's all about study. It's also about travel. So there's a lot of like welcoming new perspectives, new uh, like cultures, things like that here. And being a late, again, being that in the late degrees, it's also about culmination. So I just want to say that. Well, I was going to introduce it, but I went on a tangent. So that's how it goes. Um, and so this moon, it conjuncts the galactic center because the galactic center is in the later degrees of Sagittarius. So the galactic center is basically a part of the universe that's considered the center of the universe. Now, I have no idea how they know this, but that is why it's called the galactic center. And what I know is that the galactic center is very, like, for people who are highly spiritual, this is a very, very spiritual moon. Like, all the moons have a sense of spirituality, but this is like connecting us to, again, cosmic divine wisdom, cosmic timing. And if you are or have any placements of Sagittarius in your natal chart within the later degrees, I would say from 25 onwards to the end degrees of Sagittarius, you have psychic abilities in this lifetime, like your psychic gifts come through. And so, yeah, that's really, really interesting. Is when I found that out for myself, there was no denying that, like, I'm a channel and things like that. And because I am born with in the later degrees of Sagittarius. So my natal chart, so it's really aspecting, these degrees are really aspecting me a lot right now. And so that's why I love, and I think the best sessions for me is when I just allow the information to flow through me. And I've been channeling like crazy like these past few days. Like it's just been like something has opened up, and there's been a lot that's come through. And I'll be sharing it. So I just did, actually, the activation that I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it separately. So this is for today. We're just going to be doing the information, and the activation, I will drop it for you either through the email, so you'll get a separate link, or if you're in the Facebook group, Icon Energy HQ, you get the activation there as well, and you can watch it there. So yeah, because I did this incredibly powerful activation for my embodied program. And what came through was, I was just like, this has to be in the moon circle because I did it today and it was the new moon. So I'm like, well, no coincidence. Sorry, lovelies. I have a bit of a cold, so I don't want to cough on you. But yeah. So anyway, this is a beautiful moon because it's also trining the Neptune at 29 degrees and Saturn at 25 degrees. So let me explain. When a planet, or I mean, the zodiac sign is trining a aspect, like Neptune and Saturn. It's the best. It means that it's like all of the benefits of both of those planets get to influence this new moon, which is so good. I love it. So Neptune is all about actually dissolving boundaries. It's also our kind of, it's like our highest love. It's like psychic love. It's like universal divinity. And it's like this aspect of like, the highest unconditional love that we can experience and we can have like at a soul level. And so Neptune also rules fame and cameras and like, being seen and visibility and things like that. But what Neptune also does is it blurs boundaries. So you may be feeling or can possibly feel like universal oneness right now because of that. Like feeling so connected to maybe people in your life, maybe people in your family, like being extra empathetic, um, feeling people's pain, it's really important obviously to discern what's yours and what's not yours, because we can also feel the pain of the world. We can also feel um, the sadness around this time because there are some. It's been a big year, and there's also people who have gone through like basically their lives are like reinventing, and so there's also a lot of sadness. There's also a lot of hurt and pain still in the world. So we can also feel that, but it's basically tapping us into our ability to love unconditionally. This is the beautiful part of it. And I hope I'm recording this. Hmm. Ah, yes, good. I am recording this. Just I had a little. Um, and so yes, it also blurs, like I said, it blurs boundaries. So if you are feeling foggy on your goals or where you are going right now, or like we are entering 2026, but I have no idea what I'm doing, that is totally normal because of this aspect, because of Neptune at 29 degrees. Whenever a planet is at the end degrees, it's also the strongest because it's like completing a cycle. Just like the 9 year, it's a completion. So when a planet is like n degrees, it's completing its cycle. So Neptune is completing its cycle. And it's also aspecting Saturn. Saturn is at 25 degrees. So they're not exactly like on top of each other, but they're close enough to, how do you say it, affect each other. Sorry again. And Saturn is all about structure. It is the planet that rules Capricorn. So for if you know Capricorns, it's all about like, structure, discipline, like achievement by doing, by putting in the hard work, by like structuring and organizing yourself. And so it can also mean that things can, like dreams can come true in a sense, in a very grounded way. Because when Saturn is involved, it's about physical manifestation. And in this aspect, with the trine, with all of the aspects around, like Saturn is, Neptune and Saturn together, it's really helping us structure our dreams. But again, it may not be as clear right now, but clarity will come. Clarity will come. Just keep on visioning, and the video I will drop for you, that extra like bonus with the I may just drop the whole session actually, or why not, maybe. But it's all about the 2026 vision and really tapping into our essence of who we are without the labels, the identity labels that we take on. And what I mean by that is the roles that we associate that make us us, when in fact, we are always us no matter what. No matter how much money we have in our bank account, no matter who we love, no matter whose mom we are or aren't, no matter whose children we are, like we are a sovereign soul having a human experience. So it's really important to remember that also. And what I love about Sagittarius is it really does help me to, maybe because I have so much Sagittarius in my chart, but it really helps me remind me of the fact that because of that, because I am a soul, I'm so limitless. I'm so abundant. I'm so like everything that I desire in terms of what freedom means to me, and everyone is going to have their own um under like as on their own feelings about, what is freedom to you. We can have like a whole discussion on it. But what freedom means to me is really the essence of my soul tells me what freedom means to me. It's not the roles in my life that tell me that, nor my business, nor my brand, or any of it. So, just a little side note tangent there. And then so we have the Saturn. So we have like our goals are going to come in to tangibility once, this aspect splits apart. And Neptune is ending its cycle. It's going to go into Capricorn soon, and then Saturn will, no, Neptune will not go into Capricorn. Wait, where will Neptune go? I don't remember. Okay, scratch that, guys. I need to check the facts. But they will separate because Neptune's at 29 and Saturn is 25. Yes, so they will separate eventually. I believe it's Aries. Yes. It's going to go into Aries. Yes, okay. And then we have Chiron also aspecting this. And Chiron is the wounded healer. And Chiron is actually associated with a certain degree of Sagittarius in the later, like mid to later place degrees of Sagittarius. There's also Chiron is the wounded healer. And what is magical about Chiron that a lot of people don't know, the myth about Chiron, they think that Chiron is the mentor, the oracle, the psychic even, and he wounded himself, and his wound was never able to heal. And because of that, he learned to live with his wound, and he began sharing his wisdom. So his wound became his source of gold, his source that people seeked him, seeked, I don't know if this word is correct, but they seeked him out to learn from him, to learn his wisdom, because he learned how to live with his wound. And I love the Rumi quote, if you know this quote, the light is where the light shines out through the wound, or something along those lines. And I love this quote so much because it really reminds me of Chiron. And Chiron in our independent charts is where people look at us and they seek us out for that wisdom. So once we can accept our wounds, it's something that it requires acceptance. It's a part of your chart that is not meant to be transmuted. There's parts of our soul path that are meant to be transmuted, and we are meant to change the alchemy. Where we have Chiron is where we have to accept this wound that it may always be there. It may become bearable, livable, like we accepted, like Chiron accepted his wound and he learned to live with it. And he learned so much from living with his wounds, right? And us too. And so people seek out our help in within our Chiron wounds. And so that's another aspect. So there may be a little ouch somewhere in your life right now. There can be your chironic wound can be triggered because of this. But also there's a lot of aspects going on. There's a lot of energies. It's a big moon. It's a threshold moon because it's before the solstice. And then there's Mars in Capricorn. I love Mars in Capricorn. Mars is so happy in Capricorn. I believe it's exalted in Capricorn because Mars is the energy of doing. It's the energy, it's like that masculine energy of like, productivity and a motivation, action. It also has like a warlike quality, but that's not activated in Capricorn because Capricorn is also very grounded. It's an earth sign. So what I love is there's like this dreamer aspect of this moon, like Sagittarius, Neptune, and then there's Saturn and Mars in Capricorn. So it's like grounding us into, that's why I said like it's a very like dream come true type of aspects right now because it's like there's also this very like, yeah, like creator energy, but like very, very steadfast. And we can maybe see the steps ahead. We can maybe see what steps we need to take, even if everything isn't clear yet and everything, all the details have not come into, our vision. And so anyway, then like I said, this moon is a threshold because on Sunday we have the solstice, and on Sunday the moon moves into Capricorn officially. And so kicking off a new season. So winter for us in the northern hemisphere and summer in the southern hemisphere. And it's solstice is always a magical time, like these markers in the year have so like they're portals of energy. They're so beautiful. So I hope that you're planning something beautiful to mark this solstice and this end of year because it is such a magical, powerful part of our just acknowledging that we have ended a cycle, we have ended a season, and we are here and we are moving into another part of our life, our season of being here on this earth at this time. And I'm just like, it's such an honor to be human. It's such an honor to be alive. And I've been feeling that more than ever. And I'm wondering if it's because I turned 40 and I'm still here. And I'm like, yay. I feel so privileged. And anyway, so that's the moon, guys. That's it for this moon. It's a beautiful moon, as you can see. So like what I would recommend with Sagittarius is getting out in nature, um, like go for a manifestation walk. This is something that I have done in the past and it really works. Like it's so good around this time because we're ending this cycle, we're in the portal of the solstice, like either yourself or with a friend. I love doing it with a friend. And with a partner, go and just walk and talk about all the things that you want to happen. And I remember when I did this like years ago. I haven't done this in years, so I'm gonna be definitely taking my own advice. I think everything that we spoke about, like I spoke about having a new apartment in Paris, like a dream apartment, voila. I spoke about I didn't even meet my partner yet. I spoke about that. So for me, it was more like stability is what I wanted at that time. And I remember like it was like we would just say things like just not holding back and whatever came in our mind, like no judgment, like just say it, just speak it into existence. And what just came to me was that Sagittarius rules the hips and the thighs, the legs in our anatomy. So it's really really cool because you're activating your hips, your thighs, and yeah, anything like that. It's like so good for this time. So anyway, I'm gonna stop there because I can keep rambling on about this moon, but go do that. And I'm gonna stop the sharing part. And so I will see you in the activation in the other video. Hope you enjoyed, lovelies.